Okay, so it seems like the internet has been blowing up recently, especially surrounding all of this SAG-AFTRA voice acting stuff, and mainly to do with Paimon's voice actor, Corina Boettger, who has been a massive part of kind of just being extremely annoying online whenever it comes to these strikes. And essentially, they got caught, and there's been a lot of people calling them out online now, especially in the Genshin Impact community, which is extremely funny to see after, obviously I've covered this for almost like months now. And it's funny to see that some people are finally opening up to the fact that maybe Corina just isn't the best person to be kind of doing this stuff. Now, the first thing that I wanted to cover was Mugen actually posted a tweet talking about the SAG-AFTRA website. Now, I did try to check the SAG-AFTRA website the other day just while doing some research for another video, and I couldn't access it at all. You get this error here, which is the exact same one, which says error 403 forbidden, and obviously Mugen is claiming here that they're actually blocking anyone from outside of the US from accessing their website. I thought that this was something that maybe they were just like doing maintenance on the website, so I didn't really kind of clock it or anything like that. I didn't really think, oh, this is anything suspicious, but it definitely seems like they're now trying to block people from outside of the US from accessing the website. They're saying, interesting timing. Do they know about the information I've acquired from an anonymous source that exposes their corrupt leadership? Video soon. And I know exactly the screenshots, and I know exactly the sources that they've got, and I can't wait for this video. It's going to be pretty insane. But again, it's really weird the fact that they've actually hidden this website from outside of the US, because obviously it looks like they're trying to hide something there. But then we move on to Corina, and they say, when this person originally reached out to me, they were apologetic. I chose to believe him because I would hope that other people would have given me the same courtesy. In the end, he showed his true colors, but I'm not mad. I chose to believe that people could change. So this is in response to the Paperbagboy interview, who, yeah, if you guys know or have seen Paperbagboy's videos, yeah, he's definitely against Corina, doesn't really like some of the stuff that she's done online. And obviously held this interview, which was very weird to a lot of people, because they were like, wait, hold up, how did this guy get the interview? Which is kind of funny. And, well, yeah, obviously Corina was stupid enough to think that some people could change, but let's be real, this isn't some, like, happy fantasy world where we're all in, like, Disneyland or something like that, where everyone changes and everyone's super nice. That's not how it works, okay? And I think that, obviously, it kind of confirms that, they were just too stupid whenever it comes to, taking up this interview. And obviously, yeah, people are kind of clouding on them and saying, you're objectively correct in your stance, and I'm sorry for the ridiculous amount of hate you get, and said, you're a very kind person, things change. Man, my biggest issue with this is, I don't think it's AI protections and whatnot. There's something clearly in contract with SAG has that Hoyo does not want to agree with, which again, I think it's crazy that they even managed to get that interview in the first place. They say Paimon's VA knows exactly what they're doing, and notice the answer dodge. Obviously, this is a post over on Blue Sky saying, I'm asking out of genuine curiosity, but do the VA studios pay you? And nor Hoyo. Hoyo just gives the money to the studios. And if you can say anything, whose or what's part of the contracts have been broken, you can make the fight against Hoyo way bigger if you are honest about it, to be honest. And as I stated in my messages, here my contract states that I'm paid within 30 days. I don't think I've ever been paid within 30 days, except for a short time after the last time to come forwards about this. Not paying me on time is a breach of my contract, and they continuously do it. So again, they completely ignore a lot of the questions. Obviously, they're saying like, but didn't the VA studios pay you in Hoyo? Again, I think it's just so funny. They're saying she dodged the questions better than some of you will be dodging attacks in game. If I had the fraction of Corina's dodging ability, I wouldn't be currently struggling on Siren Expedition 33. That was politician levels of dodging. None of this is believable. For it to happen once is believable. For it to happen twice to the same person but no one else, and at two different studios, the common factor is in the two situations is Corina. The world just can't be out to get her. Side Global pays every other actor, as we know so far. No one has claimed otherwise. Why in the world are they picking on poor little Corina? They say, yeah, one little late payment can be attributed to any number of small accidents, 2 times maybe, but consistently she would have sued by now and would have full legal grounds to do so, which is definitely true. And it seems like, what they like to do is they like to kind of spout all of these kind of claims and things and not really back it up. and not really provide any proof or actually take any action against it. Because some of the stuff that they say is just like, you know, you could straight up sue for that. You could straight up start some kind of legal battle over that. But for some reason, they decide not to. And obviously that, you know, makes people believe a little bit less in what they're saying, just because of the fact that, you know, it's like they're not really backing up anything, and they're just kind of throwing out some kind of accusations to people. And obviously, yeah, we can keep going as well. So Paimon's VA confirms the strike was different by AI, but a years-long effort to sign Genshin with SAG-AFTRA. Also endorses accusations that MiHoYo treats workers poorly and underpays them. This is reposts that have come from her Blue Sky here. They say the patience thing is funny because the VAs have been patient. They've been trying to unionize this game for years. HoYo makes ungodly amounts of money, yet treats their VAs like, you know, terribly. Honestly, not only should they be making union rates, they should be making 10 times the union rate. Now, obviously, yeah, they've reposted that, and it says, you know, they've been trying to unionize the game for years, which again just seems like their true kind of motive behind this. They say that's the crazy thing here. I've seen people say it's not a strike because they aren't union, when they're actually trying to unionize. Any attempt made by the workers to get rights are better than the corporation refusing. A corporation refusing said rights. Always workers over corporations, always. They say the funny thing is their fellow VAs have already said that MiHoYo pays union rates. So yeah, lies and lies and lies for these people. They say Rossi's VA also said HoYo pays union rates. So again, it's even more lies that have been coming out. They're saying it is lies because around version 1.x or early 2.x, she said that she was so lucky she landed the Paimon VA because they were paying her good and it helped her pay her medical bills. Then she goes on to say that MiHoYo stepped up and moved her when the VA company was not paying her. And now she says they don't pay her enough or not pay at all. But when she started, she was all over the moon because the paycheck was good. So yeah, she's lying. If she didn't delete the video, it should be out there somewhere where she said she was happy because she can pay bills and stuff, thanks to Paimon's voice gig when she started back then. Which again, yeah, it just seems like this is just a case of like even more greed or something like that is going on, because I don't see how you can go from being paid extremely well to now all of a sudden not being paid at all and not taking any action against it, not taking any kind of steps to kind of fix this. Because again, if you really are losing that much money, then go to court, go take them out, you know, because again, I feel like there is a big problem here. If that is true, then you should be able to take legal action against them. But obviously, there is nothing going on. There's no legal action being taken, which makes everyone think that it's fake. And I think it is fake because, again, you know, there has been nothing that has been done. And obviously, as Tectone has been saying throughout this whole situation as well, a lot of people, a lot of voice actors, you know, it's hard for them that to be their entire full-time job, you know, because of the pay, because of whatever. And also, you know, I feel like depending on what kind of voice actor you are and depending on what roles you've been voicing, it doesn't take up that much of your time. You know, you get into a studio for a couple of hours and then you record and then you go home and then maybe you don't have another one for a little while. And well, you know, in between then you could do something which is known as a job. And I know that's pretty scary for a lot of people saying that word. So you know, sorry, I didn't censor that. But again, I think some people just, you know, they need to realize that voice acting isn't the only thing you can do. You can also get a side job that help with the extra money that maybe you aren't getting from voice acting. Now, I do agree, maybe they should be paid, you know, a little bit better, but obviously it's no good just sat there whining about it constantly. I mean, you can whine about it, but also get a job and actually make a difference for yourself instead of whining about it and essentially just having no money. I mean, I think, you know, there's a big difference between that. And, you know, I think some people are stupid to actually kind of start believing a lot of their kind of lies and a lot of their whining just due to the fact that it looks quite inflammatory, it looks quite sad. But at the same time, you know, all you need to do is just get up and get a job. And it's really that simple. And I think that, yeah, a lot of people are kind of missing that point. And yeah, I mean, that is pretty much everything that's come out from the situation. This interview has really blown up a lot of the stuff that has gone on recently. It was kind of dulling down over the past couple of weeks, but now this interview's dropped, everyone's talking about it. More stuff is coming out about Corina, which is crazy. And yeah, we have the full response from Corina about the interview as well. So again, I thought that was kind of funny. I just wanted to cover that. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this. Do you think that, you know, this is a stupid situation, or do you think, you know, there could be something else that, you know, could be done behind this? But If you guys didn't enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to Game Subs, use my code Kazza, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. I definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. So, see ya.